Hey everybody, this is Bill Zany Man, one of three of great hosts of Top 5 A through Z, and the creator of the show. And I'd like to say a few things about Anchor. That's right, folks, Anchor is a great format to make podcasts. First of all, it's 100% free. You can't beat that. You never get charged a penny. When they say free, it really is free. There's great creation tools that let you record and edit your podcast right from your phone or PC. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on formats such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's really everything you need to make a podcast, and it's all in one place. You can't beat that. So, here is your mandatory call to action right here, folks. I need you to download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm, get yourself started, and you could be cool like Zany Man.
All right, Jason Soto of Whatever with Jason Soto. You have 30 seconds to get Mary Mitchell, your co-host, to guess a phrase. Ready? Go. Okay. Parades. Cut to steak.
Things old people like.
Vagina candles. Sex toys at Walmart.
Things gross men obsess over.
Music. Movies. Games.
Things that are generic enough to talk about on any podcast.
Ooh, close. Comedy. Discussion. Wicked awesome banter.
Conan O'Brien.
Oh, time's up. Hey, she gave consent. We were looking for Whatever with Jason Soto, the comedy podcast that you can download right now on Spotify, Anchor, Google, Apple, or anywhere you get fine podcasts. What if I said a good-looking and charming host?
The Daily Show, Jon Stewart.
Oh, jeez. Never mind. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Top 5 A through Z, a movie podcast that proves we know our ABCs and our 1, 2, 3s. I am Jason Soto. I am your temporary host for the evening. And joining me is the co-hosts, Pete and Tom. What's up, guys? How are you both doing?
Doing great.
Hello.
What's up, Tom?
Doing pretty good. Going great.
So today, Bill Zany, aka Zany Man, he is not here with us at the moment. He is helping a relative move a body from the basement to a forest, so he's a little preoccupied at the moment. But the show must go on, and so I am taking over his hosting duties for this episode. But we are not alone. We are joined by a guest who you should be familiar with because he was just here 2 episodes back. Everyone give it up for Rob. Hi, Rob. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's awesome to be here. How's it going?
Going wonderfully.
I don't think he ever left.
I didn't. You bastards left me here.
Oh, did we not check the studio before we left? Did we just leave him in the corner? We gotta stop doing that.
Your mics are huge, by the way. Seriously.
Hey, don't have mic envy, all right? You know, it's all right. It's all right. All mics are important. Okay, so
All mics matter, you know. Oh,
yes,
sorry.
indeed. So okay, yeah, we're doing our usual show. We are going to be doing films for the letter H, our top 5, favorite movies that begin with the letter H. And yeah, just be business as usual, just without Bill. And yeah, that's all I got for the intro. So let's just go ahead and get this thing going. Rob, you're our guest. You get to go first. What's your number 5?
All right, my number 5. I was going to choose Happy Feet, but then I decided I'm not a virgin, so I went with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the 2005.
That's great.
Nice. Yeah.
So it's been almost 20 years since the movie came out. So again, if I'm ruining it for somebody, what's wrong with you?
Oh my God, you're right. That was 20 years ago.
Almost 20 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah. So it starred. Okay. So it starred. Let's see here. Martin Freeman, Mos Def, Bill Nighy, Joey Deschanel. My 2 personal favorites, Sam Rockwell and Warwick Davis. You know.
Oh yeah.
And so if you don't know about it, you know, the Earth gets blown up, and then it's basically a giant mishap of adventures, one after another, trying to figure out how to survive and how to, you know, live in outer space, and then eventually trying to figure out how to rebuild the Earth. But what I liked about it is, like, it was actually the original work was it was a BBC radio broadcast back in 78, I think, and after that it just spawned a couple of novels, a couple of books, a video game, and obviously the 2 adaptations in the film, the 81 version and the 2005 version. But the thing I love most about the 2005 version is Sam Rockwell. He just plays an amazing half-brain political, you know, president. And like the best line in the movie was, they all get, you know, they all hit the, I can't remember what it's called, the drive, but they all get transformed into certain objects, and eventually they get transformed back to normal. And Arthur's like, you know, right, we could talk about normality till the cows come home. And then everybody's like, you know, Ford's like, what's normal? And Zoe's like, what's home? And then Zaphod goes, what are cows? And he like chuckles after that. He's like, So yeah, that's my number 5, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
That's a good one. I love that movie. I love the book.
Mm.
I'm a huge fan of the book series. I read them all growing up, like multiple times. And when the movie came out, I was so excited. Me and Bill actually went and saw that like opening weekend. And he never read the book, so it was kind of, you know, a little lost on him a little bit, but he enjoyed it. And I thought they did a good interpretation of it, honestly.
I read the books afterwards, and the entire time I'm reading the book, it's in the voice of the narrator of the movie. So it's like I'm reading them like, this is just like the movie. Damn it!
I haven't read the books yet. I've been dying to read the books. I love the movie. I seen it in the theater when it came out, so that's the good part of it. But I don't remember. I did see it though. I got the movie stuff somewhere here still. That's funny.
All right, good start. Tom, you're up.
And here he is, the guy, your friend Tom. My
Hi,
number
Tom.
5. I'm gonna choose. I mean, there's so many, but I'm gonna keep it really, I don't know, easy for you and me. Hancock.
Oh, okay.
It's you know, it's 2008, and it's Will Smith and who else was in it? Charlize Theron. Am I even enunciating that correctly? I'm not.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know if anybody ever really checked it out or ever watched it. I don't know. Any of you?
Yeah, I saw it in theaters.
You did.
It's funny because they're almost like a couple, but yet they're also villains. I'm not villains, but hero villain. You know, I can't.
I mean, yeah.
In a relationship, somebody ends up being the villain no matter what.
Yeah.
But yeah, they could fly and everything.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in
But the reason
theaters.
it's like it's really one of the movies where you have to watch it because it's. I mean, I'm a fan of you know, movies, and Will he you know, he does great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out. 2008, Hancock, number 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I remember seeing that in theaters as well. Opening weekend too. Maybe that'll be a running motif this list.
Yeah, I never.
It'll be all movies I saw opening weekend, and
Yeah, I didn't see it in theaters, but
Mm.
that would have been amazing.
All right. Pete, what's your number 5?
Alrighty. My number 5 may make you seem like you're repeating everything over and over and over and over. That's okay. Happy Death Day.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
It's about a character named Tree who wakes up one day in the bed of someone she just met. Now this may sound like a whole different movie. It may sound like a porn, but it's not a porn.
It's a college rom-com.
Yeah. and it's actually a comedy horror film, which is great. And it's where it takes on Groundhog Day pretty much. You can already tell that already, where she keeps reliving the day over and day over because she keeps getting killed, and she's trying to figure out who is the killer. And it's so much funny way, and the sequel is just as funny too. I mean, but it's a way different movie. I feel for the sequel, it's the same stuff, but this one here though, oh god, do you have your typical college prep girl in there that just is like the stuck up one, whatever you want to call it, like because one of her friends. Then you got the girl that looks like Juliette Louis-Dreyfus. I mean, Juliette Louis, you know, I can't say it. You know what I'm talking about. Juliette Lewis. There you go.
The chick from Frasier.
But I can't think of the girl's name right now, but she's been in Shameless, and she's been in all that. And I can't remember what else she was in. She was in something else I seen. But anyways, back to the whole point of the movie. She keeps repeating this day over and over, just like I'm repeating myself. And she's really trying to figure out in so many funny fashions on how to solve the murder every day. And it's a great movie like that.
You're talking about Ruby Modine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Ruby.
Yeah. Very
Now,
good.
This I did not see in theater. I actually saw it way later.
Kill the motif.
Yeah. Damn. I could have lied and said I did, I suppose, but I'm nothing if not transparent on podcasts, so I gotta be reliable.
It's hilarious though. I love that. Going back to the sequel, I know this is just for the first one too though, but the Asian guy that's in, I can't think of his name. He's cool as hell. He starts off the movie for the second, and he's having the same problems as her.
Yeah.
And I cracked up like that. Like he's trying to figure out what the hell's going on too, you know. And I go, oh boy, I like how they started this. This is great.
Yeah,
What I like. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jason.
I was just sorry, Rob. I was just gonna say, I have to say I am not a fan of the sequel.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't as good as the first, but it was still.
It just kind of annoyed me that they explained the first movie. Okay, spoilers, I guess, for the second movie. So spoilers. That it was a time travel device that had gone awry, and that's why she was repeating time in the first movie.
Yeah.
And I kind of hate when like sequels try to explain away what happened in the first one. Like Wreck did that. Like the first Wreck, I fucking love the first Wreck because it's like, oh, it's a zombie movie. It's in a building. They're all trapped. Blah blah blah. And then the second movie, they're like, oh, it's actually demons. And it's like, okay, that's just lame. So I don't know. I just was not a fan of the second one as much. I really loved the first one. I just kind of liked, that they didn't have a reason why she was repeating it. She just was until she figured out who the killer was. And then the second movie was convoluted as hell with, I won't spoil who the killer was in the second movie, but the explanation of the killer in the second movie was just super over the top and convoluted. And it was just like, hey, we're making a sequel. Let's just throw everything and see what sticks.
Yeah.
I
Like I said, I liked it only because it was innovative, but I agree with you, Jay, on that one. I really do. It had its moments like where it dragged. It really did drag the second one.
Yeah.
Like it was,
I think I kind of like the second one. I won't say I liked it as much as the first. I thought as a sequel, you're right. It dragged on. I liked how they explained it because it kind of added a new element to the story. But I will agree, when they got to the killer, it's like, bro, seriously, you're making this way too difficult. What I liked is his reactions to everything. And I liked in the first one, her reactions. At some point, she just throws in the towels like, fuck it.
yeah.
I'll be awake in 5 hours. Let's just do this again.
The part on the plane in the second one, where she pretty much does the same thing, like you just said, the fucking part. And she goes in the bikini, goes right out and kills herself out the plane.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, fuck it. There you go.
What I really liked about the first one is the one-liners that she
yeah.
puts out.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because this actually is my number 3. So thanks for stealing my thunder there, but
Well, okay, I guess we'll get to what you were trying to say when I interrupted you when we get to your number 3 then. Hey, that's me. Okay, number 5. This is a comedy from the late 90s. I think I looked it up the other day. It was like 98 or 99. Starring Dave Chappelle and Jim Brewer.
Yes.
And a couple of people I can't think of right now. And this is Half Baked.
Yes.
I really love this movie. It's a fucking hilarious movie.
Classic.
And
I almost had it on 5.
Harlan Williams is in it too. Yeah, that guy, he's in it. And I mean, I do the Wesley Pipes, Billy Bong Thornton stuff like constantly. like it makes me laugh. And just everything about this movie just hilarious to me. This I did not see in theaters either. I ended up renting it with Bill, and we watched it together for the first time like a year after it came out, and yeah, it was just amazing. I just fucking love this movie.
You see, what's funny about that is I've used the iconic quotations from the movie, and I've gotten fired from several jobs.
Oh, of course, there's that. Yes, there is that.
Fuck you, fuck
Yes.
you, fuck you.
You're
You're cool.
You're
Fuck
cool.
you. I'm out.
I've always envisioned me doing that, but I don't see me actually going through with it.
So you work at a job where if you were to get fired, it would be perfect.
No, totally. Yeah, absolutely. Like, absolutely. Yeah.
I worked with a guy. He's one of my old buddies. I worked with that Strack. His name is Dan Sherwood, and he did some crazy stuff. I'm not even kidding on this. That was close to that. We had a old boss there. Her name was Sandy Bookford, and him and her never really got along.
Mm.
And I remember one time he was on the intercom. He farted on the intercom when talking to her. That was one of the things he did. That's not the ballsiest thing he did though. They're talking one time and going back and forth on the intercom. And it was funny. Like, you hear it on the intercom, and he goes, "Fuck you," and she goes, "What'd you say?" He goes, "You heard me, bitch." And I said, "Oh God," on the intercom, and I started laughing my ass off.
God.
I thought he was gonna get fired. Then he never got fired. Then he got fired later on. He got written up. But, oh God, that was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Oh,
I mean,
my
I would
God.
have hired him. If I was a business owner, I heard that, like, did you just tell her, fuck you? Did you just say you heard me, bitch? You're hired. You
That
got
was
balls.
the funniest thing. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what reminded me of that movie right there. When that happened, I was like, "Oh God, he didn't do a Chappelle and them right now. He did not do that."
Wow.
Huh.
All right. So moving on to Bill's number 5. Now when he sent me his list, he never gave me like the reasoning or the explanation or like scenes or anything. He just gave me the titles. And so the one here, number 5, he has a tie. He has 2 movies in number 5. And I've not seen either of these, so I don't know what the reasoning is, but he has Heat, and then he's tying that with Her.
Both are great movies.
Now, Heat I know is the Al Pacino,
Robert De Niro
movie, yeah. And that might be why he picked it, because I know he loves both Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. And I know they very rarely, I think up until recently, but for the longest time they were never really on screen together for whatever reason. And so this movie kind of had like a scene with them in it. And this is Bill explaining to me one day. Like he was like, "Oh my God, he has Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, and they got a scene together." And it's like, "Oh my God, they got a scene together," and it was so cool. So I imagine that's why he made that as number 5. Now, Her, I've never seen. I know very little about it. I know it's about Joaquin Phoenix falling in love with like an Alexa type machine. That's all I know. And
it's voiced by Scarlett Johansson.
Yes, which I guess I don't blame him for falling in love with it, but
yeah.
But
I do.
yeah, exactly. But I didn't even know he's seen this, honestly. Like it kind of surprised me he had this on his list. So so I don't know what about Her he likes so much that he's tying it with Heat. But that's his number 5 pick.
Completely different movies.
Yeah, so it's not like they're similar. And I guess he just liked these so much he had to have both on this list somehow. So there you go. So Bill's number 5 is a tie between Heat and Her. That takes us to number 4, and we go to Rob.
All right, my number 4. Once again, I was going to go with another movie, Herbie Fully Loaded, but then I realized again I wasn't a virgin, so I decided to go with Hot Tub Time Machine. Now,
nice.
Originally when I saw this movie, it royally pissed me off, and the sequel pissed me off just as much. So if people don't know about it, basically it's about 3 guys, three basic losers. Like these are guys have, I don't want to say they've given up on life. One definitely has, because he tried to commit suicide in the movie. Another one just got divorced, and then the third one, basically his life, all their lives took a wrong turn. They took a left turn in Albuquerque, and they never got back on the right path. But throughout the movie, there's a funny little, scenario that happens, and they end up traveling back in time to 1986 or 87?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
86, yeah. Because what was that band? Oh, damn, what was that band? The band in the movie. One of those big ass hairspray bands.
A Motley Crue.
No, not Motley Crue. It was one word. Damn, I can't think of it. But anyway, so they travel back in time. And so it stars, let's see here. It stars John Cusack, Craig Robinson, Robert Corduroy, who I've just found a deep respect for. The man's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
There's Chevy Chase and Crispin Glover, which you've got to give props to Crispin Glover, because at one point, I mean, that was Marty McFly's dad. At one point, he just fell off the radar.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of nowhere. He fell off the radar, and then out of nowhere, he came back like a shadow and started doing movies like Hot Tub Time Machine and Willard, and just found that niche character, that one character that everybody remembers but doesn't hate or love,
Yeah.
So they travel back in time, and they're like, okay, we got to do things right, otherwise we're going to screw up the future. But then one point, Lou, who's played by Rob Corduroy, he's like, fuck it. Fuck the future. The future sucked. The future was a bunch of dicks. And it was just They were slapping me in the face, so fuck them. I'm going to slap the future in the face with my dick.
Yeah.
So it's what really pissed me off about this movie is when this movie came out, I was in a really dark place in my life, and I kind of felt how all these characters felt. You know, like I had that left turn to Albuquerque, and I took it, and I was like, fuck, I should have blown my brains out right then and there, you know? So, you know, traveling back in
What?
yeah, I got dark there. I apologize for everybody. I got fucking dark there.
Wow, you woke Tom up, man.
Tom's like, oh fuck, wow. Sorry, Tom. Go to sleep,
He's like, oh, shit.
Tom. Go to sleep.
Oh, I am here.
I know. I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing.
I'm
with you.
here.
I'm
So
messing.
yeah,
with you.
so the movie, like in the end, they come to the conclusion where like there's a series of events that happen, and they start altering the future. And one of the guys, who was his, God, what was that guy's name? Clark Duke. It was like he hasn't really been in a lot of movies lately.
Oh yeah. I know. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he plays the
That
son.
looks like the one from what's the damn group's name again? Fall Out Boy.
What the fuck was that?
No, I was trying to do that one song. There's I can't think of the damn name, but anyways, you know who I'm talking about from Fall Out Boy, lead singer.
Yeah, the lead singer.
I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, he almost
So there comes a point where like they all start, you know, defining what they're going to do with their lives, and in the end, the reality, if you know anything about time travel, the reality they create is not what they had. You know, it was a different reality. You know, so. But to me, the idea of going back in time and changing something that affected your life, like if that was possible, I would do it in a heartbeat, you know? I think everybody in the world would have that one moment where they're like, yeah, that's what I would change. But so there are a couple funny lines from the movie I want to say here. The first one, we all know this one. It's where Nick goes, "Excuse me, miss, what color is Michael Jackson?" And she's like, black. And then he screams out, runs, and knocks people over. And like, oh yeah, he's fine. Sorry about that. You know, don't do drugs.
Yeah.
But the best part is it's where Kelly and Lou are having sex, you know, and afterward, you could just hear him, like, you could see John Cusack throughout that scene. He's like, oh God, this is getting horrible. He's like, I'm begging. What was his name? What was John Cusack's character's name?
Oh,
I can't think of it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's like, I'm banging his sister. And then like they're done. And she goes, his sister Kelly, she goes, I think I'm pregnant. And then Lou just looks right at her and goes, you're welcome. Yeah, so there's my number 4, Hot Tub Time Machine. The sequel actually wasn't that bad. I thought like traveling into the future was a good like second part to it. But the ending to the second part just pissed me off.
Yeah.
I've not seen the sequel, so I don't know.
It's really good, just like Rob said, until the end.
Yeah. I mean, if you were to ever watch a sequel, watch them both together, and then think about how the world revolves, and then try not to get pissed off at the ending. That's all I can say.
Okay, I will definitely keep that in mind.
I mean, I think it's time for my number 4, isn't it? I mean, what happened?
Indeed.
Well, where is Tom at?
Tom is at number 4.
Yeah.
I guess he is.
Give it to us, Tom.
And this is for Pete, and and a lot of people. Maybe you're in, maybe you're. I don't know you, and I don't owe you.
Yeah.
But maybe you're into music. Pete, are you?
Yeah.
Well, my number 4 will be Hustle and Flow.
Nice.
It's from 2005.
Whoop that trick. Whoop,
And it has something else with it. Like I had notes, but it's, I'm not really worried about the notes. It's Ludacris is in it, and the main character is Terrence Howard. He's great and everything.
Yeah.
And but Pete, for you're an Eminem fan, right?
Yes.
Did you know Have Gun Will Travel? It's in right now I don't know if Jason knows or if Rob knows. I've been learning, you know. It's in the concept stage.
Yeah, for a movie, right? Correct.
Yeah, of course. I mean, and Eminem plays a bounty hunter. I mean, I would be better than Eminem, but let's not all go there right away.
Yes, he has a lot of stuff going up. There's a few other movies that he was in talks for too. He was in talks to be a boxer in some movie at one point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't let time get away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, Rob or Jason, do you know what concept is? With it's kind of like before. Remember, Jason? We were like talking about. I forget now. What was it? It was.
I mean, I know what the word concept means. Are we talking like, is this a movie, plot, or what?
Well, it's what it means with like
definition.
with movies. Yeah.
Other than that, you lost me.
All right. Well, here's what concept means, people. Okay. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. 100%.
Rumored to happen. The studio or director, producer, or talent has publicly mentioned the possibility of the film.
Oh, okay.
These films are not believed to be in active development and are likely many years away from production, if ever.
Yeah, Have Gun Will Travel is also a remake of a TV show.
It is, and I mean they might redo it, but it's just in concept. The concept.
You talking the old Western?
You know, I think it would be. I think you take a guess. But anyway, I'm getting away from my number 4 on accident. I mean, I didn't get away. I mean, Hustle and Flow. I don't know if anybody out there, but
I actually have not seen it.
Watch.
It's a great movie.
It's pretty cool. It is. Like Pete, I knew you. I knew you
seen it. Go on, Tom. I'm sorry. I'm just.
But
okay.
You know, I mean, it's all about, you know, somebody trying to make it, you know, in the music industry. That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
He goes through a lot of shit
from a different side or different side of the road.
Best part, you can agree with me on this, Tom.
What up?
Trick. Whoop the trick. What? You remember that?
I mean, that's a little aggressive. I don't know.
Management, man.
Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, what happened just now? I don't know.
Okay. That's great. Excellent.
That's number 4. That is number. I don't know what.
All right.
4.
Pete, what is your number 4?
4.
Mine is a cool.
Wait a minute. I mean, I was gonna do Happy Gilmore. I was, but maybe later. I don't know.
I gotta say, before Pete, before you go into your number 4, the soundtrack for Hustle and Flow is just fucking amazing.
You like it, Rob?
Oh, true.
You do like it.
I love the soundtrack. I own the soundtrack.
Can you believe he raps? That guy. I mean, he didn't rap, but I mean, it's
he's an amazing. He's a multi-talented actor. When he got replaced,
talking about T, right?
Terrence? Yeah, when he got replaced in Iron Man.
Yeah,
that pissed me off.
Yeah, but they got Don Cheadle though. At least that's good.
Dodge bullets every day.
Yeah.
You hate me, but I got hoes on the tray. I mean, he doesn't say that. That was improv.
Yeah. Wow. And now he's on Empire, and not 5'8".
Jason, it'll be all right. Jason, don't upset Jason. Let him go to number. Who is it? Pete 4. Go ahead.
Yeah. I didn't know I was Jason. Hey Jay, how you doing? My number 4 is one of those Kevin Bacon movies where you say, okay, what number of movies this and what's connected to it? No, I'm just kidding. But it's a ripoff, but yet a really good ripoff of The Invisible Man. It is called Halloween.
Yes.
And it was out in 2000. and it starred Kevin Bacon, Elizabeth Shue, Josh Brolin, Kim Dickens, who, if you didn't know who she was for a while the lead of Fear the Walking Dead. And then you got Rona Mitra. Oh God, Rona Mitra.
Which movie is this? You kind of broke up.
Hollow Man.
Hollow Man, yes. Hmm.
Like I said, Rona Mitra. His neighbor. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm familiar with the scene.
I'm like, God damn. But anyways, Kevin Bacon plays a scientist that makes this serum up that makes him invisible, but not really invisible. Instead, it makes him inside out, like literally inside out. Nothing there. No bones, no blood, no nothing. Just like I said, like an invisible man. But the thing is, he's hollow. So
wait a minute. Well, I don't know, dude.
Oh.
You think he's hollow?
Well, hollow in the physical sense.
Like hollow?
Like hollow.
All right. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
He's not there. He's gone.
Well, that isn't the one with Kevin, right?
Yeah, Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
Well, he wasn't hollow, is he?
Hollow Man.
He could be.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a name, but is he hollow? Hollow, like you know what hollow means, like a pumpkin with all the seeds.
Yeah.
Basically, becoming
he was hollow. He was nothing there.
Okay.
I don't think they could.
I don't know if he was hollow though. I mean, if you think about it, I don't know.
I think in a psychological sense, towards the end, he became a hollow man because, well, hold on. No, I mean,
I know what you're saying, Rob. Like you're talking about the way he feels about himself.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I get it. Yeah, I get it a little bit.
He started off like he had courage and all that stuff, and he ended up being a coward pretty much. I mean, not say it like that, but that's, if you watch the movie, dude, that's what it seems. He had no confidence and stuff. And I mean, he had confidence in the beginning, but he lost it. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I think, okay, so I love this movie. I think that's an excellent choice. I would say he became hollow in the sense that he was a brilliant scientist and he was cocky, but throughout the movie, you see him becoming less and less of a human being and becoming more of a savage, just a savage creature because, he made a comment in the movie like he can't fucking sleep because his eyelids are basically see-through.
Yeah.
And he starts losing his mind and becomes more and more less of what he was in the beginning. And at that point, he realizes, fuck, I can do anything I want, because he's got this idea that he basically became God.
Yeah.
So he loses humanity, thus becoming a hollow man.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
wasn't there like a movie? I mean, Jason would remember, like, what's his name? Chevy
Chase.
Oh,
Didn't
yes.
he do one, Rob? Or like, I don't know if it was called Invisible Man.
It was called Memoirs of an Invisible Man.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that was.
It's a good eye movie right there, people.
You probably felt the same way.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, Rona Mitra.
Just gonna keep bringing that up, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Who was she? Who was she? I gotta look her up. Because I might be thinking of somebody different.
If it's the same person that I think Pete is thinking about, it was a chick that was across the way from Kevin Bacon, and she was like
Elizabeth Shue?
No.
The
No,
Latina.
it was just like a neighbor person that he would see through his window. And I think one time she might have got like naked or something. And then when he became fully invisible,
damn,
he went and attacked her. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn. I gave her 3 thumbs way up.
You're like, oh shit. You're like, thank you, Pete.
God bless us one and all.
Indeed.
But that was my number 4.
Alrighty.
I'll be right back. I gotta be right back for a sec.
He found the pictures of her. Okay, number 4.
No.
Okay, my number.
He's laughing as he's walking away from his mic.
Yeah.
He's like,
He is really heavy.
All right. Well, my number 4 is gonna be quick, because it's the exact same one as Rob, and that is Hot Tub Time Machine. And just my reasoning is I'm just super into time travel, anything time travel. I love time travel movies and shows and books and everything. I'm even writing a time travel series of books, so that's how much I like it. And and yeah, it's just a funny movie. I remember hearing about it. I was on a podcast with a bunch of other movie bloggers, and we used to do the segment where we would talk about a movie trailer, and the trailer for this came out, and there were like 4 words: hot tub time machine. And we were like, what? Like, that can't be a real movie. That sounds like a made up movie they put in like
exactly
spoof
what I
films.
thought.
And then it's like, no, it's, and then we were surprised as fuck that it starred John Cusack. Like that, you know, it's like, okay, fine, you got a movie called A Hot Tub Time Machine, but it has John Cusack in it.
But you gotta give it up to John Cusack. He's never really made a horrible movie. He's
like,
made
yeah, but it's like, what the fuck is he doing in a movie called Hot Tub Time Machine? Like, that is so, like, it sounds like something the Asylum would make. Like, it's like the Asylum presents Hot Tub Time Machine. Like, it's just it's just ridiculous. But yeah, you know, I got nothing really much to add to Rob said. Rob said pretty much everything. It's a funny movie, and
So let me ask you a question, Jason.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. So you and I would assume that you're just as much of a fan as time travel as I am because of what you recently just said.
Yes.
So you know the multiverse theory, and their reaction causes. When we take one action in our reality, a separate action causes and branches off into another reality, right?
Yep.
So, me and my boss were actually having this discussion about Back to the Future and how when Biff travels into the past, he's not traveling into his past. When he travels into the future, it's not his future, but they fucked up in that movie, right? So, in Hot Tub Time Machine, do you think in all, like they held true to the theory of time travel where if you alter something in the past, no matter how minute it is, no matter if like you didn't take a shit that day, you know, like you wake up, you take your normal morning shit, you didn't take that shit, it causes an alternate reality to create. Do you think that the director of that movie held true to that theory?
Wow. I wasn't expecting that kind of a question.
Keep in mind, I have been drinking vodka, so when you talk about time travel and me and vodka, I get really deep into this shit.
Okay.
Dude, Rob is not. He is not trapped in a movie. Don't worry about it, people. All my fans. He doesn't think that really can happen, but the movies.
It's just something to think about, Jason. I mean, you don't have to answer right now.
Okay, yeah, I was not expecting. I was not expecting that question. That really threw me for a loop there.
Now, what was the movie going on now? Because I missed that part.
Pete, that was really fast. Did you have time to clean up?
I don't know if you heard me laughing in the background.
Did you close the browser at least, so no one else in your household will see what you did?
Did you hide the jerkins?
They're like, man, floor. It's a little. It's a.
I mean, Rob, what you're saying, like if you don't use the restroom, I don't know. What?
Okay, so it sounds like if you don't use the restroom, you'll die.
Yeah.
So yeah, the theory is I could go on about this for hours, but yeah, that's not what we're here to talk about. Sorry, I apologize to all your viewers, everybody.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, I could talk for hours about time travel
Jason?
stuff too.
Explain it. Go ahead. What do you think?
So, yeah. Anyway, so my number 4 is Hot Tub Time Machine, and it's basically the same reasons Rob said, so I don't got much to add. Now, Bill's number 4. I had to look up because there's different versions of the movie. Then I realized I think I know which version he's going to put. So his number 4 is Heidi, and I think he's
Ooh.
putting in the Shirley Temple version because he does like himself some Shirley Temple. I personally got really not much to say about this. I've never seen Heidi. The only thing I can really add into here is there was this and I don't know shit about sports, but one time back in the 70s, some like very important like football game was happening, and then right at the very last second the game got interrupted by a showing of Heidi, and I thought that whole thing makes me laugh hysterically. Just thinking about a bunch of like jocks like watching the screen waiting for whatever to happen, and then suddenly just the start of Heidi shows up, and then everyone's like, what happened? And they're all mad about it. And like the station, whatever station it was, got like 1,000 phone calls about it.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, it was.
Isn't Heidi a musical?
It is. Yes, I believe it is a musical.
And Bill likes musicals.
He does like musicals. Yes, he does.
I have so many questions for Bill right now. I have so many questions.
You know what? If you knew him as well as I know him, this would not be a surprise. Like, you know, it sounds really random and kind of strange among like all of our picks, and
I mean, the first musical, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a complete left field.
It totally makes 100% sense that he would put this on there. But yeah, so I don't know. I've not seen it. I've only seen a very small handful of Shirley Temple movies, and mainly because Bill made me watch them, and I couldn't tell you the titles of them. Because like they were basically all the same. It was just her as a smart alecky kid, and then there was a situation, and then she danced, and then the situation was okay, and then that was the end of the movie. That's basically every Shirley Temple movie. So
when
you
you
go.
said that Bill made you watch them, are you talking like he made you watch them Clockwork Orange style? Or...
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he tied me to a chair. He held my eyelids open, and he just nonstop Shirley Temple movies for like 28 hours, and you know, I have not recovered since. So let's just move on. Let's move on to our number 3s. Rob, what is your number 3?
Well, Pete took my number 3. It is Happy Death Day.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. Yes. We're going to talk about whatever you're going to talk about.
So what I liked about this movie, besides the multitude of deaths in this movie, and the way the main character Tree reacts, which by the way, I think like, so the main character is Jessica Roth, and she's done a couple things here and there, nothing really major, but the entire cast is basically like greenhorns all around. Nobody who's really known anybody. Like Jessica's done La La Land, and she was in Valley Girl as well. But if you IMDb this movie, all the other characters really have not been in anything major. This was like their first breakout roles.
Yeah.
So for a breakout movie, having a fresh cast, it was amazing.
Yeah.
But what I liked about it is it's like you said, Pete, you get this Valley Girl, this you know, basically this woman that everybody essentially hates because she's just this quintessential version of, I don't want to use the word, but you know, a see you next Tuesday person, you know.
Okay.
But she grows as a person through her own deaths, and she realizes, look, I've become a huge bitch in life, and she realizes she's made mistakes, and she's tried to come up and make amends to those mistakes, in the same time trying to figure out who the fuck is killing her.
Yeah.
And like there were a lot of one-liners. Let me pull one up here. See if I can find a good quote. I have one I written down, but there was another one that was funny as hell to me. Let's see here. God, where the fuck is it? Oh yeah, like the one part where she's like talking crazy to this cop. You know, she's like, arrest me. I'm gonna kill somebody. The cop's like, fine, fuck it, I'm gonna arrest you. She's like, thank you.
Yeah.
But the one movie, like the one line that sticks out throughout the entire movie, and I guarantee you, psych nerds galore could break this movie apart, is where she says, I can't change what I've done, but I can start trying to be a better person today. And to me, that one line kicked throughout the entire movie and kind of kicked into the second movie, but we all know how most of us feel about the second movie.
Yep.
But yeah, so my number 3, which is, I'm starting to see a pattern. We all kind of like the same movies here and there, but my number 3 was the 2017 Happy Death Day, which is the sequel, Happy Death Day to You. Again, I still kind of enjoy, but I see where Jason goes with, hating it.
Huh.
Okay. Nice.
Can you believe I haven't even watched those yet? I'm gonna have to check those out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Oh, the first one's pretty good.
There was a movie, Tom, there was a movie. What was I in? I was in what? So we're in HGF. I was in F, right?
Yeah.
Tom, there was a movie that I lost the title of it, but there was a movie that you said that everybody should watch. And I think it was the one about they were in the
Fourth Kind.
Fourth Kind, yes.
Oh, that was a lucky guess.
It was so left field. I forgot about it. Now I'm gonna remember it. I want to watch it.
Mila Jovovich.
Might be a pretty good movie. You might like it.
Tom, you are up.
What did you watch it yet, Rob?
I have not. I have bitten my own ass trying to figure out what the name of that title was.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. It's a pretty good movie.
All right, Tom, what's your number 3?
My number 3. What is my number 3? Is it Happy Gilmore yet? What do my fans want? Let me call them real quick. Let me see. No, I think one of you will have Happy Gilmore. I hope.
I do
not. If not, I will.
With Bob Barker. The part.
I mean, Happy Gilmore is. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good movie, right?
Yeah.
Well, my number 3 is going to be Hotel Artemis.
Oh,
that's
and this
different.
movie's not like all like, that's but it's pretty cool. You know why?
Batista.
I mean, it has Jason's favorite actor in it.
And that is
Jeff Goldblum.
Ah.
I know you love him. I know you love him. It's okay.
I don't know how you knew that, but you're right.
And Jodie
Foster.
Yeah, you guys are on it tonight. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I don't remember there's a wrestler. I don't know his name.
Dave
It's Batista. Yep. But yeah, it's a great cast, and I think you should check it out. I mean, what is I know it's a hotel where people go to get healed.
It's like,
and the world is breaking into craziness, right?
So basically, the idea is the Hotel Artemis is kind of like a one-stop shop for
convicts and stuff, and
convicts, assassins, murderers. It's basically, if you were to go there, you could see.
You don't want to go like to a regular hospital because you get caught.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to see it. I've got friends that've seen it, but that's a damn good pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my number 3, Jason. You like it, or you're being really quiet, baby?
No, I'm just letting you talk, my man. I'm just letting you talk.
You're letting me? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
If you say so. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Number 3. I have not seen it. I did not see it in theaters.
Yeah. Like when it is like a really, I don't know if it seems like it goes really, really quick or fast.
It's a really good action film. It's a fast-paced action film.
Yeah.
Like an hour and a half, too, I think. Isn't it? That's why it's fast, I think.
It's a nice watch, though. I mean, check it out if you want.
I think I own it. I don't know. If I did, I was.
Think you own it?
I'm not sure. I got so many movies. It isn't funny, but I got addicted to my stuff. I almost bought it one day at the Walmart. So, I mean, if I don't have it, that I should get it at Walmart. They have it over there, but. I'm
you know what, Pete? I'm the same way too. Like sometimes I'm at like a store or something, and then I see a movie and I'm like, do I have this? And I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's like a 50-50 gamble. It's like, I'm going to buy it, but if I see a copy of it, I'll be really mad.
Yeah, it's the same here. I was like, do I own this already or do I not? I don't know.
Yeah, I do that a lot. So I feel you, Pete.
I have over 1,000 titles in my house and stuff. So that's a lot of titles.
Yeah, yeah. I'm there with you. All right. Pete, what's your number 3?
Alrighty. Everybody's favorite puzzle box.
Manji?
That brings out chains and other creatures in the night, if you want to say. Yes, I'm talking about Hellraiser from 1987, written and directed by Mr. Clive Barker, the classic horror genre creator for a lot of great stuff. If you've read books, this guy can write a damn good horror book, but anyway, and this is actually based off of one of his books too, novella of his from 1986 called Hellbound Heart. And it's about a guy named Frank Cotton, and while in Morocco he ends up buying this little puzzle box, which is everybody knows is the hell box. Pretty much you open it up and you get the nice little Cinnabites after your ass, but that's it. A nice way of saying it. But anyways, he kind of gets himself ripped apart by the chains and stuff and everything from the Cinnabites and all that. And years later, his family, one of his family members, I gotta look at the notes here because his brother, there you go. Yeah, his brother Larry ends up moving to his house, and Larry is engaged and with one of Frank's exes, and they have a daughter together. Daughter is living on her own somewhere else and stuff and everything and all that. And well, Frank's wife, girlfriend, whatever you want to call it, fiance. Well, Frank comes back, let's just say, all bloodied up and inside out and stuff. And
Frank's
yeah, and he wants to come back. And the only way he can come back is if Frank's wife, I'm not Frank's wife, I can't say the name right now, I'm tired, sorry. But anyways, if his ex-girlfriend, that's now the fiance of the other guy, I can't speak for the life of me today, thank you. I had all this planned out and I can't say a word. But anyways, he has her do the bidding of trying to get people killed off for him, so he can come back to life. Well, Mr. Pinhead himself, who doesn't get the name Pinhead until the next movie. If you didn't know that, he doesn't get the name until the next movie.
I never really thought about that.
Yeah, he kind of intervenes because the box and stuff and everything and all that, and the deal that he made with Frank. And a lot of craziness happens from there. I don't want to really ruin it if you don't see it, but if you haven't seen it by now, where have you been?
I was gonna say.
Yeah. So, but it's a classic. It's a horror classic, and it's probably one of the creepiest movies I remember from my childhood. That I didn't really get creeped out about when I was a kid. So, but it was something I really enjoyed when I was a kid. And that's even being creepy in itself. But like, oh God, how do you enjoy?
Several years ago, I was writing for this movie blog, and I was the horror correspondent for that blog.
I'm jealous.
And I decided one month to tackle all of the Hellraiser movies. Which I'm just going to tell everyone right now, that is a mistake. Do not ever do that. Because
there's like 7 of them, right?
There's like 9.
Yeah.
They've added more?
There's a shit ton.
Yeah, because they don't,
and they're making
follow
another
the traditional titling like Hellraiser 3, Hellraiser 4, Hellraiser
Yeah,
5.
it stops numbering after 3.
Yeah.
And so after that, it does get super confusing. But, so I'm going to say something very controversial here. I'm not a huge fan of the Hellraiser movies, especially the first one, mainly the first one. I know. Yeah, you can let me have it. But I just was just like kind of meh about the whole movie. I don't know. I wasn't really feeling it. The second one's a little better, but not by much. And then 3, it starts dipping, and then I don't know what the fuck is happening after that.
Is that like it's a love story, right?
Almost.
Yes, it kind of is if you look at it a certain way.
Wasn't 3 the one where they introduced the DJ that basically threw
Yes,
CDs? That one, yeah.
yes.
So I take it that's your favorite.
Oh my god.
Pete, okay, so let me ask you this question. Let me ask this question for Pete and Tom. What's your favorite Hellraiser? Because there have been a lot of them.
Mine's the original.
So Pete's the original. What about you, Tom?
That's with like the cube, right?
Yeah.
Which one was that?
Pete, you're my new best friend.
I think number 1. I think.
See, I liked Hellraiser Bloodline.
That was
the one
decent.
where they were in space.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if I remember.
I'm just having horrible flashbacks, so I'll just.
I think it's a love story. Isn't
You know
it?
what? You're gonna have a horrible flashback if you've seen what they did with the remake. I mean, not remake, but they didn't have Doug Bradley in one of them. They had some other douchebag.
Oh no, yeah, I saw that one too. I watched that one too.
I'm sorry, but it's like watching Friday the 13th and not seeing Kane Hodder. You know?
Yeah.
Jason just like.
Well,
don't get me started.
That's debatable because he only got introduced in part 6, and I quite enjoyed the first few films. So, but anywho,
I can't believe they made that many.
Same, Tom. Same. I cannot believe.
Well, with horror movies, you get an iconic character. Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Pinhead,
yep.
Chucky. God, how many Chucky movies have there been?
Yeah, there's a lot of those too.
And there will be a TV series in the next...
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't the guy who plays Luke Skywalker, isn't he supposed to be doing the voice for Chucky now?
Oh no, he did it in the remake.
Yeah, that was a horrible remake, by the way.
Yes. I've actually not seen that.
But I am defending it only for one reason, that they can actually tie it into and make it and make it into a whole different movie instead of just a remake. What I mean by that is, if you watched it, you see that it's his name is really not Chucky in that one. They have it's a different toy line, I found correct too. It's a different way they brought him back than the other ones. I mean, not brought him back, but got him evil and everything and all that in that one. It's to me, they could actually say, okay, this is not the remake. This is actually like, how Halloween, how Halloween did the one with the mask and stuff, part 3, Season of the Witch. That could be like their Season of the Witch. And later on, they can tie that one actually into a Chucky movie, a real Chucky movie, and have Chucky fight that dude and say, you're just a cheap ripoff of me or some shit. And that'd be funny as hell.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, so I think they can do that if they would be smart enough to work that, to do that, to write it and stuff.
Anyway, sorry, I kind of threw us all off topic. My apologies.
It's all good. It's all good. I probably stunned everyone when I said I wasn't a fan of Hellraiser, so it's all good. Okay.
I can't remember.
Virgins everywhere.
I don't know.
Okay, I think it's up to me now.
Yeah.
Number 3. So mine's a tie, and it's really just two movies. It's 2 movies in the same series, and it's going to be Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part Duel. Duel. Duh. I don't know. I never really know how you say that.
I was just watching it earlier today.
And yeah, I fucking love these movies. All right, here we go. Get ready to jump on me, you guys. I've never seen Top Gun. And
I wish
this
I
is
never
like
did.
And the first movie is like is supposed to be a straight like parody of Top Gun, from what I've heard.
Roger,
but I have seen Hot Shots multiple times, and I've not seen Top Gun, and I think I've seen the sequel probably more than I have the first movie. I enjoyed the first movie. I enjoyed the second movie. I think almost a lot more, but I got to put these in the same spot. Because I could easily watch like both of these like one after another and get the same amount of enjoyment. And it's to anyone who somehow doesn't know, it's a spoof movie. I think it's made by the dudes who did Airplane. And it's a parody of Top Gun. It's about Charlie Sheen, who is this like hotshot pilot, and just crazy ass situations. And then the sequel ties the Iraqi war, the what was that called? The one that happened in the 90s. I can't think of what it's called.
Operation Desert Storm.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. I couldn't think what the fuck that was called. Yes.
I mean, you knew, yes, it happens.
Because I was like a kid when that happened. I barely remember it. So it tied that into the second movie, and it's funny. They have like a bunch of Saddam Hussein jokes in there, and it's a funny movie. I fucking love these movies, and Charlie Sheen is like really good. Like he was like the new like Leslie Nielsen, and that he could be like in a very ridiculous parody movie, but play it straight. And just kind of respond to the stuff happening around him, and it would just be hilarious.
Yeah.
So when you were talking about this being in the same lines of Airplane, actually, Jim Abrams directed the original Airplane, and Leslie Nielsen was in Naked Gun.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about a whole bunch of spoof movies all together in the same universe.
Yep. Well, the term universe in terms of movies didn't exist back then. Now everything wants to be a universe.
Yeah. Thank you, Marvel.
Right, exactly. It is exactly Marvel's fault that this is happening. So,
anyways, DC, when are you going to get your shit together and make something better?
Yeah. I just watched that Justice League Snyder cut. That was pretty decent. So, something about that, but.
Okay, so that was my number 3. It's a tie for Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2. Bill's number 3. I had to Google it because I never heard of this movie in my life.
Wait, what was that Hot Shots sequel? What was that called?
Hot Shots Part 2.
Dude. Or douche. Douche.
Anyway, Bill's number 3. It's a movie called Hollywood Ending. And I know nothing about this, so this is from the Wikipedia. It's a 2002 movie, written and directed by Woody Allen. It's about a director who suffers blindness due to intense pressure. That's apparently what the movie is about. Like I said, I know nothing about it. It's got Woody Allen, Tia Leone, who's really hot. George Hamilton. Yeah, it's an interesting cast in this movie. I don't know anything about it. I don't know what happens or whatever. I just know it's a Woody Allen movie, so I'm sure it's about him being neurotic. And there you go.
And Tia Leone. Oh man. Okay.
And Tia Leone, yeah, absolutely. So there you go. That's my apologies to any hardcore Hollywood Ending fans out in the universe. I know nothing about this. I'm not familiar, never heard of it. Don't hear people talk about it. I know nothing.
So wait,
you did great, I think.
So
he goes blind because of stress.
It's Woody Allen, man.
That's what the Wikipedia says.
Wow.
He suffers blindness due to intense pressure of directing. So there you go. So that's Bill's number 3. And it's time for our number 2s, everybody. Rob.
Number two. You guys are gonna love number 2. I decided to go off the wall on this, and I went with Hairspray.
You bought a musical. You bought a musical.
No, hell no. Fuck musicals. My number 2 is House, back in 1985.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. If you love musicals, great. Me, I hate them with a passion. But House 1985 stars the greatest American hero, which is William Catt. This movie to me, like, I remember watching this when I was a kid, and I was just like completely just scared shitless by this movie.
Yeah,
It was a comedy.
Yeah.
So it stars William Catt. It also stars Richard Mole from Night Court. So if you don't know who Bull is, you don't know what Night Court is, you got to watch that. It stars George Wendt, which he was one of the two major barstool holders in Cheers. Ironically, the sequel has John Ratzenberg. So I kind of like where the director's like, look, we did this with the first guy. Let's get the second guy in there, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So basically, William Catt plays the character Rob Cobb, and he's a Vietnam vet who is a he's a novelist, and he's writing about what he's experienced in the Vietnam War.
Mm-hmm.
And his first book was successful, and back in the 80s, you know, everybody's like, oh, you got to do a sequel to your first book. It's, you know, peer pressure, all that kind of crap. And he basically has a psychosomatic break in life. Like, the house is haunted, obviously, but the way it's haunted was so funny that when you watch it, you're just, the special effects for the time that was back in the 80s was amazing. When you watch it now, you're like, yeah, you could do better. But throughout the entire movie, it's all about Roger's search for what broke him in the past and how to get past that. But what really excuse me.
Whoa.
Sorry about that.
Right.
Almost choked there. What really made me laugh about this movie is when you look at Richard Mole and you look at the character Big Ben that he plays, when he becomes a zombie.
Yeah.
There's that one scene where you could see him talking and you could see his mouth inside of the outfit. And he's like, "You're really pissing me off, Roger." And that just that made the movie for me right there. So my number 2 is the 1985 House, which ironically I know they did House, and I know they did the sequel, which was House 2 Second Story, which was kind of a cool play on the title, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But they did 4 movies total.
Oh yeah.
They did House 3, which was called The Horror Show, and I've never seen that. And then they did House 4, which is called The Repossession, and I just recently watched that, and I was like, man, I've seen 1, 2, and 4, and they really went just all over the place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
The effects, even if you could see the mouth in the first one with the Richard Mole, the effects they did on him was great. Otherwise,
it was amazing. Like, you know, the Richard Mole, the dude is huge. He's like what, 6? I want to say what, 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, he's very tall. Yeah.
So to put him in a full bodysuit of what is basically a zombie, and just to see like his mouth within the mouth, I mean, that was just. At some point, you know, you as a makeup artist, you could be like, yeah, something's gonna break here. But to watch him play that throughout the movie, and then to see him be a zombie it was amazing.
Indeed. All right. Good pick,
That was
my man.
That was
Good pick.
really. I mean, that sounds good.
Tom.
Yeah, I know. There's the guy. Who is that guy, Tom? I think he's learning. You know, I think you're all having a great time. And you know, all your fans. I mean, everyone tuning in. We love you, but we might not like you. I don't know. I'd have to ask somebody. Hey, Jason. I mean, you know, I was going to bring this up. I guess no time like whatever. The Harry Potter, like they're coming out with a new one, right, man? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I sent.
What was that, Pete?
The one Playdate did and stuff, and their thing, and they're actually.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But everybody likes Harry Potter, right? I mean, it's not my number 2. Okay, it could be, but it isn't. I figure we talk about the new one coming out. When is that? Like this year, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, actually.
Yeah, I had the notes. I mean, remember I think I sent something to you guys. I don't know. And Pete, I mean, do you have Hawk as your number 1?
Hulk? No,
I mean, do you have Hulk at all?
no.
In your
Not in my
comic
file.
book,
Yeah, no comic books. This one, no.
your comic book, Pete.
Yeah, I mean, the character in my number 2, he has actually appeared in a comic, and I'll mention that in my number 2. But it's actually all horror, pretty much for my.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I guess you're in that kind of mood.
Yeah.
But the Hulk, I was thinking, like, I think it's I mean, they're all good, you know, but what was it? 2003, I think, the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Or Norton.
It's not. Yeah, it's not really important. I can't believe you didn't have Hulk.
I thought you were going to go with Hudson Hawk.
Well, my number 2. Yeah, my number 2 was Hudson Hawk. Okay, I mean, I love that movie.
That's a great movie too.
1991, comedy action. Man, that movie. Everyone should watch that movie.
Is that your
It's
number
really
2?
good. It's like it's
And
it's for comedy, but I mean there is action, and it really is like what is that name? I'm not saying it's like Da Vinci Code, but they kind of.
It's similar.
I know. What was it? Not Michelangelo. It was Da Vinci. Maybe it really was.
It's somewhat like that. I can't remember it either. It's been so long since I've seen it. But
Yeah,
isn't it part musical too, if I remember right?
Well,
isn't
maybe.
it-
Sort of.
Yeah, I think I remember.
So so Tom, is Hudson Hawk your number 2?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
All right.
what
It
I
could be
loved
my
about
number one.
this, what I love about your movie is the fact that he's a cat burglar, but he times his burgles to Frank Sinatra songs.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
My
Yep.
bomb.
Indeed.
Wait, were you talking about when there's?
So throughout the entire
Man.
movie, when he goes to when he performs a theft of any type,
Oh yeah, he does a little dance and sing. Yeah.
and he times
Yeah.
all of his thefts towards a Frank Sinatra song. So it's a gimmick he does that the entire movie, like
Yeah.
3 minutes and 25 seconds. You know, he'll sing "Fly Me to the Moon."
Yep. That is accurate.
It is Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah.
I was reading the notes.
Mm.
He goes, here, I'll try to explain. Hawk is stealing no less than major works, priceless pieces. Wait, that the Mayflowers plan to use and
Fucking Mayflowers.
Mayflower. You know, it was that woman. Hold on a minute.
Sandra Bernhardt.
Andrew Bernard. Yeah. I mean, you're on it, Rob.
I'm sorry.
You know
This is one of the movies I grew up on, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
Do you remember what? All right, Rob. Do you remember how she does it?
Wait, her like,
She has a
Wait.
saying in it. Do you remember?
I got the power.
Wow, bro. That's
You cannot, if you've ever seen this movie, you cannot watch her. You cannot remember her lip sync.
She was
the most
great back
horrible-
then.
You just want to reach
Hey,
into
well,
the
let me
TV
get in
and
my
smack
instrument,
her.
my acting mode here. You guys ready? Okay.
Do it. Do
Oh,
it. Do
yeah.
it.
Don't hate me, baby. She says that. So
Oh,
amazing. Do you remember
I
Rob?
like it.
I remember you picked an excellent movie.
Don't hate me, baby. Okay. Well, I'm done with that. That was number
One of the
2.
hot
All
actresses too.
right.
Way long before she went nuts.
Oh,
She did go nuts for a little bit.
I don't think she did. I mean,
No, she was hot in the 80s, man.
She didn't pull a Britney. Come on,
Oh yeah.
James Coburn was in that too.
James Coburn. Who? James Coburn.
I don't know how to say his name. Danny Aiello.
Yeah, he's a good.
Danny Aiello. Yes.
I really enjoy him he was really good. In a lot of movies. I think he was in Godfather and
Yeah.
many movies.
Indeed.
And I know Jason, he loves Andy McDowell.
I do.
I think she's the love interest with Bruce, I think.
Is it the curly hair?
I'm not really sure.
She's hot too back then.
This isn't Groundhog Day. Okay.
All right, that was a very good number 2, Tom. I enjoyed.
Don't judge it too much.
I
Thank
enjoyed.
you.
I actually I've only seen Hudson Hawk once, and I actually kind of enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm
You
not
know
even
what
mad at that.
Yeah, for a
It's a
laugh.
good
Another thing I loved about that movie is not the villains, but their minions. The minions were named after candy bars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
yes,
yeah,
yes.
that's right.
Snickers, Kit Kat, Butterfinger, and Almond Joy.
Yeah. See, that's why you're you, Rob. I almost forgot.
I was gonna mention it, but thank you, Rob.
I'm sorry.
Rob saved it. Yeah.
I feel like I'm taking control of this podcast. I apologize.
I think you're doing great. Great.
If you could take control of this podcast, you deserve like $1 million. So
Well, this one isn't.
You hear that, America? I deserve $1 million fucking dollars.
Like you think.
yes, indeed. All right, let's go on to Pete's number 2 here.
All right, let me get to the answer to my little question not question, but the thing I mentioned about the whole aspect of comic book area for this. In the early 2000s, there was a comic book called, which starts with also H, but this is not the movie and stuff. A comic book called Hack Slash. And these characters in there, the main girl and stuff and everything, went after like killers and creatures and all this other stuff, So that's where the whole movie thing for this comes to be. I'm saying not the movie, but the movie came out long before the comic book thing. She fought a character which is called Victor Crowley, otherwise known in the movie. Not known in the movie, but in the movie title is Hatchet. And this dude is a beast. He is a ghost. He is Louisiana born. He was accidentally killed and stuff and everything, and he decides to come back and kill all these people on the Louisiana turf. That's pretty much an easy way of saying it. And this dude is played by, we just mentioned him earlier in the show. I didn't, but one of us did. Kane Hodder plays good old Victor Crowley.
Yep.
And this dude is probably way better. I mean, not to say it like this, but he's more brutal than Jason. And I mean, he is brutal. If you've watched any of these movies, this dude, he can pretty much crush somebody with his bare hands.
Damn.
I mean, if you watch any of the movies that I was going to do the whole series for this because the whole series is damn excellent. Part
really?
1, part 2, part 3. Victor Crowley is the 4th one. They're doing a 5th, I think, pretty soon too, which is great. Each movie too has horror legends in it, and they have like Robert Englund in the first one. They have Tony Todd. They got the I can't think of the guy's name that played Doug Bradley's in one of them too, who played Hellraiser, Pinhead. So, but this is, if you haven't seen it, it's one of those movies where you sit back and you go, damn. It's made by Adam Green. Adam Green has done some really good horror stuff too. If you never heard of him, look him up. He's done some really good stuff. If I'm correct, he's one of the people that is in the movie too. There's one character that pops up in every single movie too, an actor, and he plays different character in 2 of them, but he's related to the other one. I can't think of his name. He's very funny, this dude. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to give it away because I gave away pretty much the plot line, and I sort of did give it away with how the character is, but you have to.
I don't think you gave it away. I mean, you're doing your best. Yeah.
It's one of those series though, when you watch it and you go, damn, this is a damn good slasher flick. I very recommend it. And if you want to look up the comic book, it is in Hack and Slash Annual number 2, I think, if I'm correct, or number 3, and it's Hack and Slash versus Hatchet.
Oh, all right.
So
I did not know that. Thank you.
I got a question. I'm not trying to. Oh, man, damn! I sound like I'm taking over, but
It's okay.
So this sounds like Adam Green's trying to remake his own version of Friday the 13th.
Yeah, but I mean, it's way different than Friday the 13th. I mean,
Okay, cool.
yeah, because Friday the 13th is just like, the mother originally started it all for that. And the son decides to come back and, take revenge, in the sequel. This one here is just this dude, oh God, he gets accidentally killed, like I said. It's way too much to explain. Like I said, you have to see it to know how everything happens.
Okay.
It's a big, beastly looking dude, you know. If you remember Deuce Bigelow, Mel Bigelow, that's one big bitch. That's one big bitch.
That's a huge bitch.
You watch it.
I haven't seen Hatchet in like a real long. I've seen it, but it's been a
Never
while. I
heard
need
of
to
it.
revisit it. I remember enjoying it very much.
Mhm.
Yeah, I need to check that out again. I think I did see the second one. Yeah, I did see the second one, but I haven't seen the others. So I haven't seen 3 or Victor Crowley. So I
can't
should
think
probably
of her
check those
name
out.
right now, but she's been in multiple Halloween movies.
Oh, Danielle Harris.
Yeah, she's in them too. Like
Second one, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And she's hot, by the way.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What?
She's
Big
really
ass
hot.
tattoo on her too. Big tattoo, but that's a different.
Okay. So my number 2. Rob, I need you to get out of my mind because it's House.
I'm sorry. I'll leave.
That's not what I was saying. So yeah, House. Yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I remember watching it when I was a kid, and I was like, "What the hell is this movie? This is a crazy ass movie."
Were you freaked out? Like when you first watched it, did you get scared or were you just laughing your ass off?
No. I was not scared. I was enjoying it.
God,
I
I
was
was a
actually
pussy.
I was actually kind of finding most of it funny, actually.
Yeah.
And then when I got into Night Court and someone told me like, hey, Bull's in House, and I was like, what? And I went and rewatched it, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, that is him. That's crazy. Wow.
See, I watched Night Court before I watched House.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, I remember seeing House in the video store when I was a little kid, and I was like, I want to see that, and so I got it. They were very lenient at the video store I went to when I was a kid. They rented anything to anybody, no matter how old you were.
You didn't go to Blockbuster?
Not until I was older. We actually had a small time video store like 2 block, like a couple doors from where I live, so it was ideal for me. But yeah, I love the first movie, and the second one. Yeah, I have to give shout out to the second movie. I enjoy that one.
It's crazy.
Because they really amp up the comedy in that one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And the plot is really interesting, and I love that they call it the second story. Like that's just brilliant. But I've not seen the other ones, so I don't know. I don't know what
the third one I have not seen myself.
Yeah.
But the fourth one kind of has that same feel as the first and second one, but
Oh, okay.
it's weird. It's a weird anthology.
Okay. Yeah, I might have to eventually check it out. I think I actually have House 4 on VHS, so I'll probably have to watch that sometime.
Random quick note, real quick. Did you hear they're bringing back Night Court?
No.
Yes.
What?
Robert Mall, right? And what's her name from Big Bang Theory? Melissa Ranch.
Oh my God! Yes.
Look it up online. They're trying to get it.
Oh.
They're the 2 that are going to be in it.
Oh, I don't
She
know how I
would be-
feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that.
She plays the daughter of the late the guy who played the judge. I can't think of his name. He just passed away too.
Harry
Harry.
Anderson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, she
Oh,
played
wow.
the daughter of him.
That would be if
Alright.
they made it to where so if they made a sequel of Night Court where it was basically the children or relatives of the original cast somehow coming together, that would be fucking amazing.
Because
Kind
I
of
think that's
funny.
If Richard Mole was in there, he'd be like, "Look, I've done this 20 years ago. You kids need to shut the fuck up."
yeah. If I'm correct, he is, like I said, in line to be in it. And look it up.
Oh, wow.
Melissa Ranch
wow.
is going to be the lead, if I'm correct. She's going to be the lead character in her.
I gotta look this up.
Okay. That's I guess I'll check it out, but I don't know. I'm not too thrilled about it, to be quite honest. I really enjoyed Night Court when I was a kid, so I don't know. Okay, Bill's number 2. He did basically what I did on the F episode. And he put a bunch of movies in the same series. So here we go. Bill's number 2 is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, and Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2. He did not put the fourth one in here for some reason. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he skipped 3 and 4. Because Order of the Phoenix is 5 and Half-Blood Prince is 6. So he skipped that's weird. I wonder why he skipped those. I don't know. Oh, The Prisoner of Azkaban and what the fuck is that called? This fourth one. I
watched all of them too myself. Great movie. I can't think.
The Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, did I pull that out of my ass? So I don't know why he didn't put those in there. So I don't know. You'll have to ask him. But he put those Harry Potters in there. Here's the weird thing about me is I've only seen each movie once, and it was in theaters. Like I would make a point to go see each of these in the theater. Actually, I took him to see the first one because he knew nothing about the books. Like I read the books before the movies, obviously. And then when they made the movies, I was like, oh, we got to go check this out. And he's like, I don't know anything about this. And so he loved the first movie. And then the second one came out, and then he was like, let's go see the second one. And then each one after that, some of them came out after I moved, so I had to go see them by myself. And but I saw each and every single one of these in the theater, but I only seen them the one time. I've not gone back to revisit these, not for any particular reason. I just haven't really felt the need to, or whatever. I don't know.
I still need to read the books.
Oh, the books are fantastic. I love the books.
I haven't read them yet. So I'm gonna be right back again. I guess got a call from my mom. I'll be right back.
Okay. So anyway, that's Bill's number 2. It's all the Harry Potter movies I mentioned. I ain't doing that again. Just minus part 3s and part 4 for some reason. So there we go. Okay, we are on our number 1s. I am excited to hear this. So Rob, what is your number 1? Hello?
Oh, sorry, I'm on mute. My apologies.
Okay, I was like, what's going on?
I was going to say, before I start my number 1, have you seen the adult versions of those movies, the Harry Potter ones?
No, I have not.
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Bone. Harry Potter and the Chamber of S&M.
They kept the name Harry Potter?
I'm sorry, Harry Pooter.
Okay.
Harry Pooter and the prisoner that got ass banged.
I was like, wow.
Harry Pooter and the Crotch of Fire. Harry Pooter and the Order of the Strap-On.
I can't tell if you're making this up or this is real.
Harry Pooter and the Half-Pierced Penis. And last but not least, Harry Pooter and the Deathly Swallows.
All right.
I'm going to hell. Okay, anyway, sorry. So,
okay, what's your fake number 1 and then your real number 1?
God, you caught on. Okay, so my fake number 1 was Heather's. Okay. I just know the title. I don't know anything in the movie, but my number 1 is, I said it that I would bring this in because of Famke Janssen. My number 1 is House on Haunted Hill, the 1999 version.
Okay.
Now this one was an amazing. It was a remake of I believe was it 1959? Yeah, 1959 remake. Stars Jeffrey Rush, Famke Janssen, Taye Diggs, Ali Larter, and Chris Kattan. So essentially, what happens is Jeffrey Rush and Famke are this eccentric couple, and they're like, they have this weird ritual where like, well, they'll give people, $10,000 to stay the night at their so-called haunted house.
Mm-hmm.
And if they survive the night, and each one by one, a lot of them get knocked off and they get killed. But the reason why I brought it up is because of Johnson, such an amazing woman. But the other characters, Jeffrey Rush, Ali Larter, Taye Diggs, and Chris Kattan, just the way they all brought it together, like the iconic. There are a lot of good quotes in that movie, but the best one was by Chris Kattan, where he's like, "Price didn't make the list, the house did." Because she's a vengeful, stupid whore. And he's just yelling at the house. He's been the caretaker of this house for so long. And he's just like, fuck this house. I wish it would burn in hell, Yeah, that's my number one. My favorite, like my number one H movie, House on Haunted Hill.
All right. That's a good pick. That's a very good pick. I very much enjoy that. Good one.
I mean, there's a lot of those, really, like the haunted.
Mm-hmm.
There's like haunted this, haunted that.
Yep. Indeed. There was actually so many of those that Scary Movie too made fun of like all of them all at once.
They did. That's right.
Yeah, when I was looking, I did see a few of them. I noticed some. Yeah.
So, all right, Tom, what's your number one?
It's really not my number one, but I mean, I'm really like, maybe you guys can help, or I might have to phone a friend, maybe call my fans or somebody out there.
I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, you're just in time.
Yeah, welcome back, Pete. But my three, there's three of them.
Oh, okay.
All right. If you let me know if you have Rob, you two, you're included.
Thank you.
Rob, you're on mute. It'll be all right.
No, you're not.
You're
You're okay,
Rob.
Rob. You're okay, Rob.
Have you ever seen Hard 8?
I have not.
It's with John C. Riley. It's like a Vegas type deal.
Huh.
I've never seen it.
That one, and my other one was Horrible Bosses. I don't know.
That's
Oh.
awesome. That's a
Classic.
great damn movie.
I think it was with Bateman, I think's in that.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston.
And Happy Gilmore. So I mean, I have to have Happy, but I mean, which one? Which one do you guys think?
You can put all three if you want. We're allowing ties.
No,
So.
no thanks. I don't care. But
I've never seen Part 8. I want to say now just because you said John C. Riley.
I'm gonna ask the fans. Hold on.
Okay.
Happy Gilmore. That's the one they want.
All right.
I mean, we have to have it, right? I mean,
Yeah,
Adam.
indeed.
I mean, if you haven't seen Hard 8, though, it's a really good movie. I mean, it has what is the female lead? She one of her earlier. God.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Right? I thought Jason would know it, but I was waiting, but not really waiting. But yeah,
Well, sorry.
She did great in that movie. So you have seen it, Rob, huh?
No, I'm looking it up on IMDb. It's got an amazing cast.
All right.
Sorry.
Anyway, Hard 8.
Cheating.
Yeah, that's a good one. But I'm gonna go Happy because, come on, dude, Happy Gilmore.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No problems here.
I know it.
Good pick,
Price is
man.
wrong, Bob.
I don't know. Somebody's closer.
The Penguin.
All right.
No, that's
Yeah.
Billy. That's Billy.
That
Madison.
is your turn.
Yeah. That's right.
All right, Pete. Number one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Incredible Hulk.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? No. This was also a comic, but first a movie. Very, very long time ago movie. It is a classic. A really damn good horror classic. It came out the year that I was born, 1978. And it is Halloween.
Oh, yes. Nice.
And it was co-written and directed by John Carpenter, the classic director and writer of movies and everything and all that. And it's about, of course, Michael Myers, who as a kid kills his sister on Halloween night and is locked up in the sanitarium in Illinois, in Haddonfield. Fictional city, actually, too, not real. Everybody thinks it might be real. Nope, it's fictional. 15 years later, after he is incarcerated inside the sanitarium as a kid, Michael comes out and starts searching for people to kill, pretty much. At first. He starts stalking Jamie Lee Curtis's character, which, as we all know, is Laurie Strode, and her friends as they're babysitting kids. And they are students also. So, but like I said, I'm just going to leave it there. Pretty much Dr. Loomis is going after Michael also. As you know, Mr. Loomis has been in every single movie almost except for the remakes. And well, they had the what's his name in the remakes? Really good actor. I can't think playing Loomis.
Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah. But they cut out all the sequels with the new sequels recently, the new Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis is no longer Michael's sister as the original maid and stuff. And the newer sequels have been really badass. If you watch them, they really are good. Even we're talking about Danielle Harris earlier. She is big in these movies too. For the series, I was actually going to do a whole tie with the series, and but she's not in the original. But Danielle Harris was in the 4th, the 5th, I think even part of the 6th. John Kirk, I'm not sure, but she was in the remake. They're trying to get her to be in the new remake. I mean, not new remake, but the new ones as a character. So I don't know. Yeah, on the comic book area, just real quick, I just wanted to mention that too, that they've done plenty of Halloween comics. They have one where they were going to tell the story of how Laurie Strode faked her death. And they only had 2 issues, and there were supposed to be 3, and they never released the 3rd one. And that was The Life and Death of Laurie Strode, or something it was called, if I'm correct. I have the first 2. I got to look for it. But anyways, I know I'm just randomly talking about Halloween. Iconic William Shatner mask turned backwards. Yeah, that was my number 1.
All right. I do enjoy the original Halloween. I feel like I like the sequel, the Halloween 2, like the original Jamie Lee Curtis. I think I like it a little bit more. Because I kind of like, it literally picks up where the first movie left off, and it's the same night.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just more from the same night, and that's even what the tagline is. But yeah, I enjoy the original Halloweens. I really like the first one and the second one. So good pick, my man.
My whole problem with the Halloween trilogy, the Halloween anthology in itself, is that I understand where Carpenter came from. I understand that when he was creating the Halloween, he was trying to create horror stories for Halloween, and at that time, he was fighting Friday the 13th. No, I'm sorry, Nightmare on Elm Street. So they stuck with Michael Myers, and then he tried to go off on the 3rd one, Season of the Witches, which was good. To me, I thought that was an amazing breakout,
Yeah.
But then they went back to Michael Myers, and then everybody tried to one up the next person. Like Rob Zombie's done a couple of them. A couple of the directors have done like there's H2O, and then there's the new Halloween. So it's just it feels like they took the character and just went all over the place with him.
Yeah.
Indeed. Hey, it's my number 1. Look at that. Actually, this is also Bill's. Bill and I had the same number 1. So, there's that. Just keep that in mind. So this is both mine.
We do miss
This is both
Bill.
mine, and this is both Bill's. And yes, Bill,
Right.
has been missed on this podcast. Yes, absolutely. He will be back in the next episode, hopefully. Knock on wood. But yeah, so our number one is High Fidelity. It is a movie from like the early 2000s, if not the year 2000. And John Cusack makes another appearance in this list. And this actually is like a very early role for Jack Black. Like this is like one of his first, like not exactly his first movie, but it's like his first like breakout movie. He did some movies prior to this. They were very quick parts that like it was like, you know, blink and you miss them. This was kind of like his breakout role was High Fidelity. He's in this movie as well. And this was introduced to me by Bill back in the day. He was like, dude, you gotta see this movie. It's about this guy who makes lists and he loves movies and he loves music, and it's like me. And it is like basically this guy is Bill without the relationship problems. And what's strange about this is kind of a romantic comedy of sorts, which I'm not a fan of. I don't really do romantic comedies, but I really enjoyed this one because the parts that were really funny were really funny, and I just enjoyed the whole aspect of the movie. And hell, we're doing a top 5 list like every week on the show, so this is kind of like it's like we had to put this movie on here somewhere in this podcast. Because it's us doing top 5s. Excuse me. And yeah, I loved this movie. After he showed me, I was like, oh my god, this is an amazing movie. And I watch it like every chance that I get. And it's really funny, it's really sweet, and there's just a lot of cool stuff in it. So I don't know what else to say about it. So both mine and Bill's number one picks is High Fidelity.
That's a good choice. Really good choice too. I haven't seen that in years. I've seen that in the 90s. I think it was 90s.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
It's really cool. It's a really cool movie. It's really good. And after seeing the movie, I heard it was based on a book, so I went and read the book, and it is very different. Like the book is like very different because one, the movie takes place in Chicago, but the book takes place in London, and all the characters in the book are like British. So like trying to hear like, you know, John Cusack talking a British accent really fucks with you when you're reading the book. so there's that. So all right, that's our picks. Let's do the recap. We like to recap our list, just cause. So Rob, if you could please, can you recap your 5 through 1?
Excuse me, sorry. All right, let's see here. Yes, I can hear myself. Number 5, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, about the 2005 remake. Number 4 is the original Hot Tub Time Machine. Number 3 is Happy Death Day. Number 2 is the original House. And number 1 is House on Haunted Hill.
All right, Tom.
You ring.
Give us your 5 through 1, please.
Number 5, Hancock, 2008. Number 4, Hustle and Flow, 2005. Coming in at number 3, we have Hotel, Not Everybody, Artemis, 2018. Number 2, Hudson Hawk, 1991. That one really is a comedy action. It's not really bad. Check it out. And 1 is Happy. I don't know how happy. Gilmore. It could be Hard 8, but or horribleness. Happy Gilmore, and that is my number. That is my recap. There you go.
All right.
Pete. My 5. Have a good time. Go ahead.
Alrighty.
I think it's what, Jay now or Pete?
It's Pete.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. My number 5 was Happy Happy Death Day. There you go. I can't speak right now. Hollow Man was number 4. Number 3 was the good old Hellraiser. And number 2 was Hatchet. And if you missed it, number 1 was Halloween. And that is my top 5.
All right. So my top 5 was number 5 was Half Baked. Number 4 was Hot Tub Time Machine. My number 3 was a tie between Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2. My number 2 was House, and my number 1 was High Fidelity. Bill's top 5 is number 5, tie between Heat and Her. Number 4 is Heidi. Number 3 is Hollywood Ending. Number 2 is all the Harry Potter movies, save for the 3rd and 4th ones. And number 1 was a tie with me, and that was also High Fidelity. Rob, I'd like to thank you so much for coming back to this madness.
Thank you.
You chose to do it this time. The first time I forced you to do it. The
You
second
didn't.
time
You
you
didn't force
chose
me.
to do this. Yeah. So, we appreciate you coming on the show and talking with you. You're a really cool guy. Thank you so much for doing this.
It was a
And-
blast.
Thanks,
I
Rob.
appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. It was
The man.
sort of, not really.
I think you had like maybe not the most airtime. You did pretty good.
I apologize for that. I'm sorry.
actually-
This is your
No,
guys'
you're fine.
podcast.
You're fine.
No,
You're-
I mean that's how we treat guests.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're the guest, so you should by all means be the spotlight.
Yeah.
I
It's
am
all good.
honored.
I've been learning.
all
I'm
good.
learning.
Okay, we never do an ending on this show, so I'm gonna try to do an ending. To the best of my ability here. So Bill never mentions this, but I'm gonna do it. You should subscribe to this show. We are on like every podcast platform you could think of. We're on Google, Apple, Spotify. He even found like things I never heard of. Like I can't even know what the hell they're called. But basically, if there's like a podcast website or app, this podcast is on there. You should definitely subscribe to us somewhere. If you do have Apple Podcasts, you should rate us and give us a review. 5 stars would be appreciated. Because we need some clout over on Apple. Because why not? And I'm sure there's a bunch of other stuff that I don't have in front of me. I'm sure there's a Facebook page. If you just go to the internet, just bring up Google, type in top 5 A through Z, you'll find like 10,000 websites that this podcast is on, whether it's social media and podcasting stuff and like a recipe blog. I'm sure we're on there somewhere. We're probably on like some kind of like weird Russian hacking site. I'm sure you could check us out there.